So to open it up with prison talk, I got I was working the pod with the inmates are around. One of them comes up in the middle of the morning to me. He says he hits the button. I turn the controller on where I can hear him. He's like, "Man, I need to go see the nurse." I'm like, "What do you need?" Because to transport inmates out of a timing sequence that's already set and established, it's kind of a tedious kind of thing. And you got to get guards to go here and there. And you got to sign logs for in and out where they go. So I get this arranged where he can go to see the nurse. So he's explaining it to me later. This is I really have to qualify this. This is an INS inmate. He's a Immigration Nationalization Services. He's already finished his prison time here in America. He's going to be, he's waiting to hear if he's going to be deported or if he's going to be let free in the United States. And in the meantime, they can't just let him out on the streets because he served his sentence. He has to be held for a period of time till they figure that out. So he's like, "I need to see the nurse. I've got something in my penis." I'm like, really? How do you come
Plot twist.
How does this happen? So apparently, it's a popular thing for a Cuban, or this guy happened to be Cuban. He said it was popular with his guys. So that's where I get that from. I'm not bagging on a nationality. To cut a slit in the penis and insert a metallic object underneath to add ridges and sensation and whatever for their lover. Why he needed this in prison is kind of a little disconcerting to me, but at any rate, it had gotten infected, and
I'm
so
done.
to end prison talk, that's just that's just kind of gross. Not my cup of tea.
Is that the end of the story?
Well, I mean, there's the question of would you do something like that? Because there are piercings and stuff like
Would I do that? Are you crazy?
It's kind of weird for me to ask you that, but there's
Would
the Jacob
you do that?
ladder, and there's,
I'll
there's
ask
the other
you.
one. What's the other one that goes in through the?
This is taking such a wrong turn. Where are we? How did we get here?
Bad stuff happens in prison. If you don't want to know about it, I can't help you.
I think this is good, entertaining
Bad stuff happens in
material. I'm just saying.
Wow, going into prison talk, I did not expect that one. I did not see that one coming today.
Best prison talk in the history of the show.
Best one? Did I just sit there going,
best one from entertainment value. It's awkward for us because we're sitting here having a conversation with you about it.
It's
but the
awkward
people who
for
are
me because I say it and you're like, I can't respond to that.
I'm done.
I'm speechless. What does one say to that?
Yeah. Well, but the people watching, it's going to be hilarious.
Okay.
So these guys do that to themselves.
They do it to themselves. This guy had cut a slit on the top of his man and had inserted a watch battery of all things. That just doesn't seem safe. You know, there's acid in it.
Yeah, battery is good.
But this homeboy had put in a watch battery. He said he'd heard of people putting in like metal pieces shaped like hearts that had been sterilized. Apparently it's big with certain cultures and societies. So I'm wondering, you know, I've heard of tattoos, and this guy had something inserted. I'm wondering about like the tattoos that are scarring tattoos.
Like branding?
Do what now?
Like branding?
Well, branding is burning, but
Yeah.
there's the other one that's it's a old some kind of tribal type tattoo where they actually cut into the skin and make scar tissue. So there's not only colored, but it's also raised from the scar tissue and has like an embroidered type texture to the skin. I'm like, how far do you go to make your spouse happy? That's just, I mean, of course, my immediate statement to him was an American man doesn't have to do that. We can pleasure our women without having to mutilate ourselves. But that's just the way it is.
So, I'm a little baffled because
I'm a little baffled.
he slices that thing open, he sticks it in, and then what? Sews it back up and waits for it to heal.
Well, it's not a very big it's not a very big insertion. Are you talking about a watch battery? Is it's really,
I know.
really small.
I've got a watch battery.
You could get like some Vaseline.
I just don't happen to have one. That's right. This is a watch battery.
Really? What do you happen to have it for?
I was changing my watch battery.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Americans on the
Bonfire,
East
have you been
Coast,
indicted?
I have not.
You've just been indicted.
Oh my god.
But it's not a very big. It doesn't have to be a very big laceration. It's gonna bleed really, really bad. But you can put like Vaseline on it and Neosporin or whatever, and hope that it'll heal. Unfortunately, see that's the thing with this guy. It did not heal, and he had to have it removed. Not all of it, just the watch battery. That would be very unfortunate.
That's gross.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun titling this video now. I'm uploading this to my channel as a highlight clip. I don't care. It's gonna happen.
More interaction would be. Oh, we hit the microphone. Would be. Medic talk kind of fell flat. It was anticlimactic, and this was all climactic. Oh, that's.
Oh, ba-doom, wow. I see what you did there.
Oh, jeez.
We could do questions with the medic, and I could come up with like 20 questions, and you could pick one a week that I could answer.
Well, we could just talk about insertions.
You can talk about that.
So you remember, I did say that it was insert or whatever. Does that make it a tactical insertion?
Wow. I cannot believe you just made a Call of Duty joke.
Really? I know.
I cannot believe that.